All right, we're going to go through a full roofing quote process today, and we want to start on the resources page in the resource library. I'm going to click the Smart Components card, and that's where we will start and create a component. And we'll name the first one Corrugate Long Run. You can use anything you want. This is a main component, and it's an area-based measurement type. Put the labor rate in. That's a dollar amount per unit, the cost per meter or per square meter. The waste type, I'll pick percentage, 5%, and we'll add rafter pitch calculation. You can add an image if you want. I'll show you that later. You can add any notes and save, and we'll go and create another different type of component. That was an area-based component. This one will do a hip flashing, which uses a different pitch calculation. It's a linear length measured component, point to point. Per unit, I'll put 15. Just remember, these are dollar amounts. We'll make this fixed waste amount per segment, so each length gets an extra 0.25 per length. You can make that amount whatever you like, and then we will select valley and hip pitch, not rafter pitch. Then we'll go and save that. All right, next we're going to go and create the quote now. Go to Quotes, then click New Quote. You can choose Roofing as the trade. Select your roofing component library. You can name the quote whatever you want. This is what will show on the quote. You can edit it later, so don't stress it. Select the measurement unit. We'll do a digital measure and upload a roof plan. Manual mode skips digital mode straight to Quote Builder. Similar process, though I'll show you. First step, calibrate. You need to click 2 points on the plan that you know the measurement to. The more accurate they are, the better. That one was 9.15, this one is 7.6. You can do up to 3, I'll just do 2. Then we'll add some components. The next, you need to define the roof area, or areas. It can be one roof area, it could be multiple roofs or a garage, but you can do them one at a time. You'll name the area and add a roof pitch for that area. Then we add the components. Let's measure the hips with our new hip flashing component. Adding these automatically adds each length we measure to the quote. And the system auto-calculates the extra distance per length, allowing for the hip and valley, or rafter pitch calculation. So for these hips and valleys, it calculates them at a 25-degree pitch roof. We'll add some valley flashings. You can add a point-measured component like a skylight. We could do a chimney, but we'll finish with some barge flashings on the end of this small gable. So add those. You can hide everything, you could finish the roof, but that's enough for now to see. You could add the corrugate long run, the underlay, netting, but I'll show you a quicker way of doing that now. So you come to the quote builder, the roof area is showing here, main roof, and we'll go to the components. By the way, manual mode quotes start here, and you manually add each component like this. You can see the lengths that you've added for the hip flashings with the waist, the same for the valleys, the skylight, barge flashing. You can edit and change absolutely everything. Let's now add some underlay using the quick way of doing it. Because it's a meter-based or a square meter-based measurement, we just use that main area that we created from the roof outline, and it auto-calculates, allowing for pitch. And we'll do the same for the corrugate. Now you can go ahead and add any other flashing. So we'll create one, because we missed ridge flashings. So ridge flashings go on the top. They'll be linear length. Put the labor rate, the material price, what kind of waste. So add 0.25 again, or 250 millimeters. Save, and then we'll manually add these lengths in, and it will apply the waste. No pitch calculation for ridge flashings, obviously. Simply add the lengths you want for ridges. It auto adds the waste per length. And we go to the next section, Extras, where we will add any extra components. These can be anything, but you create them as a component too. We'll use delivery, and we'll use a site measure extra. These are just examples. You could put anything in here. Could be site cleanup, travel, accommodation. Now we're on the review page with everything we've added. We'll add some margin in, 25%. You can see for both the labor and the material, or your item cost. Save. Now this is your main quote summary page. This is where everything is saved. Those images that we just worked off and created, it saves those. so you can always look back and check what you originally measured. That's a half-complete image because we didn't fully measure the roof for the tutorial, but these are useful for site measures or printing clean roof plans. You can leave notes for quotes too. Right now, let's create a customer quote. Go to Customer Quote tab, click Create Quote, and it pre-populates everything into this page, which is an editor. This is the quote view your customer will see. You can hide items, you can edit items, you can hide price, show price, hide the quantity, remove or add the actual dollar figure from the quote total, and more. There's all sorts of things. You can change the order, delete. You can add or edit the margins that you set in the review stage and save them. You can even edit the per line margin, add taxes, and then you can click the pencil icon on each line where you can change absolutely everything per line. I'm going to save that. If you've got your margin showing, you probably don't want your customers to see that, so just untick that and then save. And there's your customer quote. That's what they'll see, and now we can go and send that quote to the customer. Select how long the quote is valid for, put their email address. You can send it as a URL link from your own email, or you'll create message templates. That's another tutorial, but basically you can create as many templates as you want that you can add for each scenario or specific details. So it's just click and go, and now we've sent that. This is what your customer will see when they open the email. They have all these buttons. They can view any files if you attach them. They can accept the quote, request changes, decline it, let's accept it, and now that will alert you by email or in app. It'll say when the recipient has read the quote and then also that they accepted it. You can add follow-up messages, but that's another tutorial. Next, let's make some drawings. You can draw all types of images or flashings, things like that here. We'll draw a barge, just a standard barge for our quote. And that way we can add this to an order later. So you can edit absolutely everything here. It will auto-update the image. You can get angles correct, you can get lengths correct, and you can pretty much move and edit everything. It takes a little bit of time, but once you've got it, it's locked in. Now you don't have to draw it every time and send it to your manufacturer. So that's pretty good. We'll save that and we'll create a valley flashing now. And same process, I'll draw it out roughly and then we'll fine tune it. But we get to this little angle and we've got a nice little feature that allows you to auto calculate this. So this is obviously going to be based on the roof pitch, which was 25 degrees. You can choose the hip or valley or rafter pitch. So we go hip and valley, auto calculates that. We'll fill out the other side now. You can draw anything in here, and I'll show you how to attach them to a component. But you can upload your own images, or you can draw them here. I'll show you where you can upload. Here we've got our flashings. We add that, and we'll save, and then we'll do it for the valley as well. Come down to there, select the valley flashings, add it, save it. Now we go to orders, and we'll order this from quote. You can do line by line, single column, double column. We'll choose double. You select your quote. You deselect the items you don't want to order. So you might have 10 items to order. You might have 2,000 items to order. And you can deselect them or you can select the ones you want. And you can see our images now are already in the quote, pre-populated with the lengths that we already measured. You can go ahead and change the order on the form, the layout. You can also add new components. You can add extra lengths, so we'll go and add a couple more extra lengths. 2 lengths at 2 meters. There's all sorts of things that you can do here, but there we go and save. You can send that order to your supplier exactly like you did with the quote, and that orders your materials. Now we'll go create an invoice. Let's say that job's been completed. You want to charge for all of the items. You can remove things if you want. Same process as the orders. Now, you see the invoice page, which is exactly like the customer quote editor. You can change every single line, you can hide things, you can add from a catalog, you can add from components as you can see here. We'll just add, just as a test, a custom flashing. Let's say the customer wanted a special flashing that wasn't included in the quote, and we'll put that for $150. Add that line, you can see it there. For the payment instructions, there's a template system where you can add your own bank account, PayPal link, Stripe link, all those kind of things. You can add different options for different customers. And you can obviously add a follow-up, or we can send out via the email, just like we did earlier. The user will see that and they'll come to the invoice. They can, if they want, obviously copy and paste all your bank account details, whatever you've specified as payment instructions. They can also dispute the invoice, or they can confirm that they've paid it, and then that'll show up on the invoices page. The status will update here in this column.